Good day, everyone, and welcome
Hello.
back to the corner of Remnant.
Mm.
And I'm joined by Emperial Dawn, of course.
Yo.
He's very appropriately wearing his Adam mask as usual, but
It's so good when this come in handy because for Volume 4 was like it was just nothing.
it was.
Hello again. Worth having.
Hello again. Hey, everyone. Hey, Magic, Smash, Guildy, and new Pro Beast, welcome. We just got the RWBY sound effects on, so just the RWBY ones on today. Effects, there we go. I did go off for a minute, so did the stream go offline? I shouldn't have, but it may have. Go. Yes, and welcome. So today we are discussing the Adam character short, which only dropped this morning.
Filth!
Filth! Yes, it is. And yeah, I've only watched it once. How many times have you watched it, Don?
Okay, let's see. So I watched it. I think maybe 5 times, twice normally, and then 3 from reactions, I believe. Sounds about right. So I've seen it a few times and definitely picked up a few different things from other reactors or just comments on Twitter and stuff.
I was hoping to watch it more. Just by the time I actually got myself up and going and reacted and edited it, uploaded, got ready for today's stream, I haven't watched it again since my reaction. One
thing that was actually bugging me though is because I don't know if this is just me or if there's everyone else, but the Rooster Teeth website recently has been buffering a lot more than usual.
Well, I couldn't even find it on the website. I had a quick look on there and I couldn't find it.
So I ended up watching it, and then I realized, it's on Facebook. Oh, it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
It was on so many other platforms that I watched, and I was like, I sat there, bloody, with it buffering, and I'm like, I could have just jumped on YouTube. I merely just woke up and just went to the Rooster website immediately. First thing I did.
Yeah. Well, that's why I ended up watching it on YouTube anyway. So yeah.
I noticed that after the fact, and I was like, damn it, that would have been a bit less of a hassle.
What's that link, Magic? Is that my reaction video? Or is that the episode?
This is the only
Hey, I did not ask you to play. Rude.
It's just the short for everyone else watching, which is definitely a good idea. If anyone, definitely you should go watch that first.
Go watch that first. It goes for about 7 minutes.
It is on the RWBY Facebook page. It is on YouTube. It is on Rooster Teeth for first, free,
it's
and even
everywhere.
non-account members. It literally, you can watch it everywhere, which is interesting because I expected that they were going to do it.
Yeah.
But I was also curious maybe... Because I still 100%, the RWBY Volume 6 will be on YouTube week after, or day after, 3 days after, or whatever. It'll be on YouTube just like it was Volume 5, but the shorts, I'm like, that's something they probably could get away with.
Yeah, well, the shorts were published straight away. And, so I noticed yesterday that on the schedule it had the first star on it, so I thought maybe it was going to be exclusive maybe for the first hour or so, which I think it may have been. But I'm not sure.
I knew it went up on Entertainment Weekly, I think probably an hour or half an hour earlier, as these shorts normally do. And that's the thing too, with Entertainment Weekly, full screen, Warner Brothers, RWBY's a big enough thing at this point where they don't, even Rooster Teeth doesn't have much creative control over it. I mean, they do, in terms of like the release.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they can give it a week's notice on their own website is pretty fortunate for them.
Yes.
Because it's so mainstream now, and like so many other things are kind of involved with it. But that's good, they've kept a lid on it, and they've kept creative control on it.
Yeah.
But, it's because of those things why it comes out every year and why some people think it's rushed and, I always thought it was Rooster Teeth, but the more people mentioned it to me, it's probably more like full screen influence. And, like, I was like, that's like, okay, well, at least it's not Rooster Teeth high-ups that are telling them to, bung it out. But, again, if this is, and I've said 100% before, I'm so happy that this is one short, and the short itself seemed a little lower quality, a little under-detailed, which is good.
Yeah.
Because it's a good sign of things to come then for the actual main show.
Hopefully.
I definitely think so. But overall, I loved it.
Yeah,
really.
I enjoyed it. I was expecting something really bad or horrible to happen because people were like, you're not prepared. Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, okay. And so there was nothing, to me, there was nothing really shocking or horrible in it, but it was just more interesting to see Adam from when he first joined the White Fang, I gathered recently after he first joined the White Fang, to where he was at the end of Volume 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good progression.
Yeah,
of that.
And from a technical and storytelling standpoint, great transitions, show don't tell.
Yeah.
All the things that, again, the RWBY themselves mentions throughout this off-season that they're going to fix up are aura, they showed, like, almost everything that they pointed out they wanted to show here, we've listened.
Yes.
And I thought that was really good, and just for anyone wondering, because I know I haven't seen anyone mention this before, but that was Gira's aura damaged, not breaking.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you did. I just watched your reaction. I'm glad you did. You was like, oh damn, which is good. Like you had like a reaction to it, where people were like, oh no, it's like, oh god.
No, he didn't hear the sound, which is what's associated with aura breaking from what we've heard in previous volumes. Nah, it was just damaged. Like when Ruby's got damaged as well, although I think hers got broken too back in Volume 4.
In Volume 4, it got damaged multiple times, and then the final kick broke the aura.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
just like
still be damaged without breaking.
Ren and Nora's didn't break until the Knuckle V threw them against the ground.
Yes.
And Gira's never broke in Volume 5, but it did off-screen.
Off-screen,
we still got damage on screen by the fireball, but it didn't get damage. It didn't get broken until off-screen.
Yeah.
Or the idea was it was a surprise attack, therefore his aura wasn't readied.
Even that. And because it was a stabbing thing, like, how is your aura going to protect yourself against that?
We've had a discussion 100 times that no, it's fine. It's like, aura's more against fatal damage, that's more like slashing, slashing. But when it comes to like pierce or blunt force, aura doesn't really do much against piercing or blunt force damage.
Yeah.
Which is why...
There's only so much it can protect against.
Which is why Tyrion got punched, which is why Hazel got hammered, you know, those kind of things. But when it comes to blunt force, aura isn't going to... Again, aura is only...
It might take the blunt of it, but...
Well, it's only against fatal injuries. With the exclusion of, like, piercing. And say bullets don't have enough mass behind them...
Yeah, to
counter
completely
piercing,
break through it.
Counters piercing, that's just damaged. Yeah. And yeah, too, like, Gira's a big lad. I'm sure he has a lot of aura.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Hazel, as Nora mentioned in Volume 5.
Yes.
Gira's aura. It sounds like a name, because it's not spelled right. It sounds like a name. Gira
aura.
So yeah, from a technical standpoint, I think this really is a good showing of things to come, and big shout outs to Melanie on her work. She mentioned that her work for this was the Sienna and the chain fighting.
Oh, Sienna's weapon was so cool.
Yeah, and again, and for someone like me who's like, oh, Kim's not going to be working on this volume now that she's on Genlock, and I think that's all confirmed. I know on her Twitter it says RWBY Volumes 3 to 5.
Yeah.
So I'm like, but watching this, okay, I was like, well, they've clearly gotten good replacements.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good Melanie is, and Melanie's just as good as Kim. I know she is.
Yeah, well, from what
really, really good stuff. And like I said, I know that RWBY... I didn't... Because this didn't have any credits or anything like that.
No, it didn't.
But I know that RWBY has a new co-director this season, along with Kerry and Miles. And Gray. A lot of directors on the show.
I think Gray's more moved on to Genlock, but... Sure.
Yeah. But I still think he's... I'm not sure. We'll have to see when they've come out.
We'll have to see when they do the credits,
But I know they have a new director, and I'm wondering if the transitions were any of his work, because they were really good.
Yeah, they were different. Yeah, and...
No, it was more transition. It was like really good, like transitions and like flowing transitions and stuff to the next scene, and it was cool. Like it wasn't like super obvious. Like, and again, it was one of those things again that it just showed us that time was skipping between them. We didn't need to be told.
Exactly, and like you could gather pretty quickly where you were kind of up to in the timeline, with the scene with Blake and Adam talking on the rooftop when Mitch about her parents.
Where it doesn't really matter to a particular degree. Like you know, this is before this and before that. When exactly isn't important. You know, or like how at least this is my interpretation. The Schnee Dust Company scene would have been relatively just before Volume 1, I think, or
might have even been during.
It could have even been before Volume 4, really. There's no indication that it couldn't have been, because Ilya might not have been a menagerie yet.
I think it was because...
Adam doesn't have to be back in Vale until Volume 3.
Volume 2. So it was end of Volume 2 we saw him in Vale.
Volume 2 kind of starts the end of Volume 2. I don't think there's that much of a gap.
So I think he was moved, because we saw that last scene with Sienna and him, or one of the last scenes with Sienna and him, Sienna saying he was being sent to Vale.
Well, I guess it would have been before Volume 1, yeah.
So that might have been around the start of Volume 2, I'm thinking. But yeah, I think that scene definitely happened during Volume 1.
Yeah, but that's fine, I guess.
After the train heist and everything, and...
And one of the things that I really like about this is that one of the things that I always thought was not so much Volume 4, more Volume 5 was a bit lacking, was just the sense of familiarity. Going back to the Schnee Dust Company and seeing the droids and stuff like that, or the androids and stuff, it's like, it was just a cool sense of like, we haven't seen this since the Black trailer. And it's like, you know, like Volumes 1 to 3 were all like androids and hordes of multiple different types of Grimm. Whereas, volumes 4 and 5, we haven't seen hardly any androids, and the only Grimm we've seen are basically one of the one kind at a time. A pack of Beowulfs or one particular Grimm. It's never like a mix of a lot, which we've got a lot throughout the first 3 volumes. It's just cool going back to the androids and being like, this is so cool. It feels like back.
Yeah, felt like the Black trailer again.
and that's because like Vale and that was also really built up, whereas Mistral didn't get enough time to really get nostalgic towards that location. At least for me personally, that is. Not that I didn't like it. It just didn't feel like the exact same because the lack of androids and constant Grimm was just kind of like that just feels like RWBY to me. This short really reinforced. I was like, I really liked it.
Sure. I really loved the fight scenes. They were so cool. Max is barging his way in. Yes, you are. Do you mind? You wanted to be let out. No, you're just barging yourself back in here. 1 second. You keep talking. I'm going to shut the door.
The fight scenes were really on point here. Again, we haven't seen Adam fight since the Black trailer, which always weird to me. I always forget that we haven't seen him fight in that long. And it's it just feels so Adam, even though we haven't seen much of him since then.
I heard fight scenes and I just heard it was so much Adam. Which bit are we talking about?
I was saying that like this is the first time we've seen him fight since the Black trailer.
Yes.
Which also is another thing. The fact that this is we got an Adam character short. It's so appropriate considering there were 5 characters in the original trailers, one of which was Adam. And it's like,
Adam,
that makes sense if we got an Adam character short, because every character that was in the original trailers got a
He was the first male character we met.
I mean, not to say we're going to get a Junior and the twins character short, or Roman character short next volume, but, I'm just saying.
And he's just so important to Blake's storyline as well, so...
It really is, and this is really interesting because one of the things going into this volume, it's like, at this point, is the White Fang a story worth telling, since we have now Salem, we have a much bigger story to tell. This is a really good reinforcement of the story that has been told, and that we're still going to get White Fang, Blake and Adam stuff going forward, despite the fact that everyone's probably going to be focusing on Salem.
Yeah.
We still have a focus on these other characters, just because we're moving... That's always like a big, hard to, why would Blake deal with the White Fang when there's such a bigger threat on the horizon?
Exactly.
But it's clear to show here that Adam is still going to be a relevant character, and Ilya as well. I think it's really cool to see more Ilya, and that gives me hope that she isn't going to be thrown to the side.
Yes.
In volume 6, as a lot of people are thinking a lot of characters will be this volume.
Hey Anime, welcome. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to change, so you had to verify your email after I had some spammers in the chat a couple of streams ago. But yes, you are right. I thought there was going to be a scene with Adam abusing Blake. There wasn't. Maybe that's in volume 6? Because Aaron did mention something about that in the live panel. Who knows?
Well, it depends on your point of view. I've definitely seen a lot of people, again, abuse is a bit subjective, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
But, the idea that Adam is doing nothing more, I don't agree with this, but, that Adam is nothing more than manipulating her and just telling her what she wants to hear and kind of just getting her on his side. So, and in a sense, he is abusing a number of different things, but I don't know. I do think that Adam does or did genuinely care about Blake.
It's gone from genuine care to really I don't know how really to explain it, but the genuine care was definitely there. It's with Blake betraying him.
He has 2 strong loves in his life. One is Blake, one is the White Fang, and it's one of those things where they became completely separate things completely. And it was just one of the things where it was hard to cope with, I think, for him.
Yeah, and Blake betrayed him and
that's the thing, I know a lot of people, and I don't think Adam's going to get redeemed or anything, but I do think there is a little, not sympathy, but at least, I've always said, I'm always the kind of person who side with villains to a degree.
Yeah.
And I love the direction they took with Adam here. Even though he might be a blood-curdling psychopath come volume 6,
maybe.
I like here that he was a bit more... Again, I don't know how to explain it, but I like what they did with him.
Yeah.
For sure in this, and and again, I don't know if we said this during the stream or before, but I think Adam is and always has been the same kind of threat, the same kind of character. I think he always has been. I've said it 100 times before. I liked what happened in Volume 5 because it was a good parallel to Volume 3, but
yes,
a lot of other people were seeing it differently, and at the end of the day, that, just because I think one way doesn't mean it's the correct way.
Yeah.
I don't think Adam was knocked down a peg. I don't think he was made to look weak. But if the majority of people do, then I guess they're the majority rules. I guess.
Well, I just I just feel like with Adam, we saw in this short too that how he went from just being part of the White Fang, just being a soldier with the White Fang, to getting what he wanted with being the leader of the White Fang. Yeah. And he was in power, everything was going right, and then only to have it all slapped in his face with what happened at Haven and having to run away from Blake, and that's just torn him to shreds, and he's lost everything.
And there are two really major kind of points here. One of which you mentioned in your, I don't know if you mentioned in your video, but you titled your video with.
Yes.
And the two lines he said during this trailer is that one, one of my favorite. I don't know why people crap on episode 5 of Volume 5. I love that episode so much.
Yes.
And for one of the main things was Blake's conversation.
Yes.
And it being, well, it is Cinder's fault. It is. Leo mentioned the same thing.
Yeah.
In Volume 5. A lot of the problems was Cinder, really.
Cinder. She messed it up.
she was cocky. She wanted to make a big deal out of everything. She wanted to make it a big, grand thing.
Yeah.
But, again, like the mention of justice, passion, spite, it's such a great, and again, that the 3 scenes, or we got more than 3 scenes, but the 3 different stages we got of Adam throughout it was justice and we need to get what we deserve, passion with Blake, and then spite, killing Sienna, and get what I deserve.
Yeah.
It was 100% a matter of
it's just that transition.
His ideology. Yeah. He evolved. He changed. He is a character. It's essentially, you don't see much development from evil character that gets worse.
Yes.
But it's still character evolving.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, you could say that's kind of a cop-out considering it's a flashback and it's 7 minutes of something that could have happened over the entire show, but either or, I'll take it, really.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy it. And speaking of like evolution and transitioning and just like evolving and stuff, one of the things, again, I can't remember. We discussed a little bit before the stream, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself. I'm sure Larissa will tell me to shut up if I have. Is the possibility of the retcon of Blake's conversation in Volume 1, where she mentioned that 5 years ago the leader of the White Fang stepped down. Now, given what we saw in the character short, my only thing that I have no problem with any of the ages, I have no problem with any of the designs, I have no problem with any of that whatsoever. My only interesting thing is that if the roadblock scene is kind of correct and there are no issues, then that does make Ilya quite young during that scene.
Yeah.
Now, again, the way she looks or whatever, that's fine. Honestly, Ilya, and again, it's a bit of a show, so things are going to look a bit different, and Ilya...
She didn't bite. She stayed back, which was interesting.
Yeah.
So
one of the funny things too, not to be inappropriate here, I apologize if I am. One of the big things about Ilya's character is that she is kind of underdeveloped in a sense.
Yeah.
Like she has a smaller figure and all that kind of stuff. So, and we don't know her age, to be fair. So it's one of those things where I don't think she will look much different if she was. I guess it assumes 12 that she would be in this compared to the 17, 18 she would be in the in Volume 5. I don't know. Is that inappropriate of me to say? Like, I don't know.
No,
I'm just
I don't
curious.
think so. I don't think. Well,
so I just don't think she would look much different that younger at that point. But overall, I don't think it's that big of a deal if it is 5 years or 3 years or 2 years or a year. I don't think that's a real big issue at all, to be honest. How long the gap of time is, I don't think that's really to do with it.
And I would say she, and I mentioned this before the stream as well, that she would have left Atlas probably very young. She would have been at about 8 or 10 or so when she moved. So for her to be 12 in that roadblock scene kind of makes sense. So
No, I know. And again, I do agree. I think it works either or. And I really don't think it's a big deal either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
But just an interesting little tidbit there about it. I thought...
And how violent that scene was. Like, with the blood.
Yeah.
Like,
well, again, and which is why, like, even in the Sneak Dust Company, again, she took her mask off and was concerned, because even though Ilya believes in everything,
yeah.
she is more Sienna-like than Adam, but with Sienna
Yeah.
out of the picture, the only person she had
Yeah.
was Adam.
Anime. It is really what anime said.
So yeah, it was just the longest character short we've gotten.
Yeah,
I remember
it
when
has.
I was very shocked waking up like 7:30 and going, this is 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Though it did have about, I think,
and
about
it
40
didn't
seconds
feel
at
like
the start.
7 minutes at all.
But, yeah.
It felt so short.
It felt a lot shorter, yeah. They did have about No Metal Now where about at the start for about 40 seconds, at least on the YouTube.
On the YouTube side, yeah.
Yeah, and then it went into it, yeah. So sure. But yeah, it was definitely longer than the others, and I think it showed more over a period of time than the previous shorts had, because the previous shorts sort of focused on one sort of time period, except in Blake's where it sort of skipped between the past and the present. But...
I did see one comment where it was wow, this is kind of strange calling this a character short, because you're saying it's longer than half the episodes of Volume 1. Like,
well,
good point. No, I can't disagree with you on that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That was very funny, and I like the little world building touches as well that was in the short. You know, the Faunus ice, which I assume was in Mistral. That first location looked like it was Mistral.
I'm thinking it's Mistral.
Like, you know, the Faunus laborers wouldn't have seen the dust processing. Again, incorporating more dust into the whole world, which is something that has been on and off, like how significant dust is. And that might be, and again, I've always been confused. That's to do with Cinder's power. Originally, it was going to be dust related, but then it became Maiden related. So, how significant dust is in the world is always a bit flippant. But again, I like this little world building of it, though.
Yeah.
Again, just little touches. You know, Faunus working at a dust factory, and little touches. I really liked it. Or even them attacking the some Sneak Dust Company facility is always good, reinforcing that. Hopefully, a good sign of Blake and Weiss interactions to come, White Fang related or not. Again, I want that. I want a Scar joke or scene or something.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and also hopefully some Ilya Weiss socks. I think that would be really funny and cool. Ilya, everyone. I've said this 100 times, but Ilya, just everyone. Whether it's completely chibiified and it's just a bunch of like lesbian jokes with all the girls, or if it's just something a bit more serious. Either way, I just can't wait. And that's what I mean. Ilya has so much fun potential, I think, in the coming volumes. And speaking of which, because we actually haven't discussed this, sorry, go off topic a little bit.
No, that's okay, go for it.
We know something about Volume 6 that came out over the past week.
Oh, yes.
Now, I heard about this, I think, 2 weeks ago or something. I heard the name. Something, somewhere.
I think it was on when they were talking about it being in theatres. There was a little blurb, and then we just found out some more.
And then a week later, when the event actually became out on the website properly, we got the actual synopsis blurb for it.
Yes, for
and it is the Argus Limited.
Yes.
Some assumingly method of transportation that's going to take the characters somewhere between Mistral and Atlas.
Yes.
I'm on the idea that it's going to be some sort of airship or some sort of ship. One, it'd be really cool if it was one of the ships from, like, one of the Atlas ships from volumes 1 to 3, the ones that Ironwood would use.
I don't think it will be, though, because
I don't think so, but I think that's
being pushed back.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just think that would be a cool...
That would be cool, though.
Those ships were called Argus Limited, we just didn't know that for a long time.
Yeah. It kind of makes sense, though, I could see that.
Argus has something to do with boats, so it'll probably be one of the Mistral airships that look like boats, that makes sense. I've liked the idea of it being a train.
Yeah.
Personally, we know the eastern coast of Mistral has a train line.
Yeah.
From Oscar in Volume 4. One of the blurbs was all aboard the Argus Limited. All aboard seems more like a train thing to me, but I guess it could be a boat thing, I guess.
Yeah, I could definitely see all aboard. Yeah, it's more to do with the train.
And it would be a cool callback to the Blake trailer, cool callback to Volume 2.
Yeah.
And I think, in general, there's more havoc to be had, more stuff to have on a train than there would be an airship.
Yeah.
Unless we're going to get another Lancer fight. But we do know that the Manticore can fly, so again, we'll
Oh yeah, the Manticore, yes.
Yeah, so that we hear that attacking the airship. But again, I would like to see that I would like to see like a big thing fighting on a train, personally.
Yeah.
Again, I won't be disproved either or, but we know this is going to be a mix of a hub and a journey anime. So if you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, those buzzwords, this was something that they were talking about, I believe, in the Volume 4 off-season, is that Volumes 1 to 3 were a hub anime, which is basically just a show that's based around one location, aka Beacon.
Yes.
And that's, I think, where Miles and Carey have their best strengths writing from.
Mm-hmm.
I think they relied on that too heavily in Volume 5, because it was too much of a hub anime for some people.
Yeah.
Again, not a problem I have. I'm just speaking for the general masses from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And then obviously Volume 4 was a journey anime, which a lot of people think they just don't write as well. I, for one, like, again, going back and watching Volume 4, I love it so much more now than I did after seeing Volume 5. Whether that's a comment on Volume 5 or not, take that as you will. But I really did like Volume 4. I don't think the journey was the issue. I just think, again, like, the jumping around from each character, and some characters getting more screen time than others, which is a bit... again, pacing, people can... Anyway, that's just how some people put it. But I think Volume 6 is going to be a mix of both. It's going to be a journey on a hub.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, I think.
See how it goes, yeah.
Why
now, with the train...
Because I said it's an eastern coast train. The train doesn't go into the west of Mistral.
Yeah. I think it's only within sort of the Mistral sort of area. Otherwise, if it started spreading out further down the continent, it's going to be attacked by Grimm and such. So it's only really within the Mistral.
And just again, like Vale, the Kingdom of Vale is along the coastline where there are more cities along the coast.
Yeah.
Mistral could be very similar, and all the cities we saw in the world of Remnant, Mistral. Well, also the two mentioned in the show, Wind Shadow and Kushinashi, I believe the names were. I apologize if that's wrong. Were both north and south of Mistral on the map. This was from the Mistral world of Remnant. Yes. So it's very possible there's a train line that simply goes north and south up the eastern coast.
Yeah.
Again, completely explains why why Ranger walked.
Yeah.
Why they also because they didn't have access to airships because Vale's airships were locked off. When they were going to get an airship, it was destroyed in Xi'an Village. Xi'an Village. I think there are plenty of valid reasons as to why they walked, because they're just kids. They don't really have that many methods of traveling, really.
Exactly.
They got a boat to Mistral. That was probably boat to Anima. That was probably the best thing they did, and we didn't see it. So
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And again, Yang has a bike, so that was always an easy out.
Yes.
Yang just happened to have a bike, whereas none of the other kids had any sort of transport.
No, that's right. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I was going to say something and it's disappeared.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We were talking about the Argus. We're talking about the possible...
Argus and that. Yeah. I think Kato Dan said what he thought it was referenced to, but I can't remember what it was now.
I think what you said, like it was the Argonauts or something. Astronauts or some nauts term, I believe.
See if I can find his post about it.
Yeah. I don't know if that was Dan. There might have been someone else who was talking about it.
I know Dan definitely did.
I know Dan's talked a lot about it. I believe, but I would definitely think it's some form of transportation. Whether or not it's a ship or a train, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I don't know.
These tweets are about the short. Come on, where is the thing?
It depends how big the airship is, but to me, like the airship just seems a bit more confined, a bit more limited to what you can kind of do with it in terms of just the conflict and stuff. Whereas I think a train, if Blake and Yang have, like a verbal fight, one can just storm off to the other side of the train. Whereas I think as an airship, it's a bit, I don't know, maybe that's just me just boiling down.
Yeah. I believe Argus Limited is a reference to Argonauts, since Argus is the name of the guy who built their ship Argo.
Yeah.
Yeah. The people were saying it sounded a lot like a train. Yeah. Then people talk about ships on the ship. Shipping on the ship.
I mean, it wouldn't be above RWBY to do that. I always forget it, but Blake and Son were on a boat at the start of Volume 4, and I'm like,
yes.
I always forget that fact. But no, I am really interested to see, and again, it's funny how, like, a lot of people, like, go back and forth, like, again, I feel like I keep, wow, I don't know why I do these every 2 weeks. I feel like I say the same thing every 2 weeks. People like, we want more this, we don't want people sitting around and talking. That's all I want. That's all I want is people sitting around and talking. I just want these characters
There's always going to be a bit of that in there, especially if we're going to be watching them.
If we're going to be sitting on an airship for half the volume or something, then...
Exactly. And that also gives the time for them to... we can get some chats that we really want, like with Blake and Yang and everyone as well.
I'll always agree that the chats that we did get in Volume 5 probably weren't the best ones I think we all wanted, apart from maybe the Weiss and Yang one. I think that was a really good one. Really good. But, you know, the Raven and Cinder one was a little unnecessary.
Yeah, that took way too long,
yeah.
in my opinion.
But even then, if it wasn't for that, then the fight would have felt so less, you know, significant, though, at the same time. They needed to build up something so that fight felt meaningful, because it was essentially two villains.
Yeah.
Each other. Yeah. So, but no, we'll see what we can get. I'm curious again. Who we're gonna get villain-wise this volume? I think we've been already told that Mercury is gonna have some little bit of an arc this volume to do with why he did work with Cinder. Or something.
I think that was mentioned in the question.
Reddit AMA
Reddit AMA. Yeah, because we don't really know anything about Mercury's past at all. We know a little bit about Emerald, just that she was on the streets.
I think most people think Mercury is the most underdeveloped villain. I think most people have said.
Next to Emerald, yeah.
Well, yeah. But again, they're both again. We know Mercury's father was an assassin. We know he was probably tortured by his father or something to that degree.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's always little bits of hint there. Chibi poking jabs at Emerald.
Yes.
It was pretty funny recently.
Yeah, that was good. And plus, also, we know from the board game that there is going to be a new villain in Volume 6 as well, so...
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get we're going to get that before the volume at this rate, but we'll see.
Yeah. Is that like talk the sun stay holding Blake's head?
But that's what I mean, like as much as I love Black Sun and I kind of want that to be the thing, I would love just as much for Blake to kind of, I don't want to sound bloody, I don't know if the term's misogynistic, I don't know if I want to sound too male here in saying this, but I love the idea of Sun kind of giving, I know Blake isn't Sun's thing, I know, I'm not trying to be masculine here, let me get my thought out. Yeah, I love the idea of like Sun being, hey, you two need each other more than I need you. I give my blessing, in a sense, and just being the cool, good friend.
Well, he did sort of like propel Blake to go talk with Team RWBY at the end there as well. So
both after the Adam fight and then after the talk with after the family reunion.
Yeah,
in Volume 5, Episode 14, that happened twice. Where Sun was like, those people need you, etc.
Yeah, exactly. Go talk with them.
Yeah. So I really do love that. Yeah. Just trying to think of the Adam Shaw a bit more because I think we've kind of
I think we covered a lot of it already.
It was very. Well, I think it was really good. It was very self-explanatory. You know, the spite, passion, justice thing. The I deserve more, we deserve more. I love how each scene his outfit got more design. I think that's just a really cool sign of, like, you know, just progression.
Yeah. Yep. And the mask as well.
Yeah. And it was one of the things where I mentioned on Twitter, like, a lot of things seemed under-detailed, but that's probably a sign of, again, resources not being wasted.
Yeah. And it is short, it's not the actual
yeah, and 100%, which is a good thing too. And even some of the fight animation, although it was really good, some of it was a little choppy, like a little fast.
Yeah.
Especially during that first one of the roadblock. But, again, that's stuff that they can stretch out and make better.
I think it was very balanced, well balanced with, we had some fighting scenes in there, then we had some talking scenes,
like
development, and then more fighting.
From a story point, technical standpoint, this was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
It really was. And again, from a character point, again, I've always liked Adam. To a degree, I've always felt he's been really good. But just, this really kind of makes me kind of, you know, and I watched a few reactions. A lot of people were like so cringy and grossed out when you know, Blake, you know, was like, you know, actually showing love towards Adam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's good because it shows that there was something there.
There was something.
I know it's like, ugh, now thinking about it. But like, at the time, they cared for each other, and that's like, that to me, that's sweet and sad that it's not there anymore.
Exactly, and like how Blake said him back in...
I'm a sucker. Like, it takes me so much to hate something. Trust me.
Yeah.
So you know, that's me.
Like Blake said in Volume 5 that after her parents left the White Fang, she had Adam and Ilya, you know, she had them, so she had them after all, and so it would have been hard for her to leave them and to not have anyone. I love Gira's redesign as a younger Gira. Yeah, that was really interesting.
I was expecting more of them to have that kind of treatment, but at the same time, considering who each character was, you know, Sienna isn't that old, Adam would be the same age, would kind of be not different either way. Ilya, again, now I've made that case earlier.
Yeah.
And again, we didn't see Blake during that scene, so when we did see Blake, it could have been right before Volume 1, so...
Yeah.
All in all, it's really cool, and again, it's one of those things, too, where I keep thinking to myself, this morning especially, where it's like, oh, we didn't get this, we didn't get this, we didn't get this, and a lot of the times, the RWBY has mentioned, it's not a matter of us not realizing this, it's just a matter of we only have so much screen time.
Exactly, they only have...
So this is going to be a show where, again, they're going to do a lot of flashbacks, so they could show us the Tyrion Salem scene just in a flashback, because this is just where they dedicate, you know, It doesn't mean they didn't want to show us or they forgot, it just means they needed to do this. So yeah, you could, and again, I understand that that's annoying, because like, well, you know, it just seems like a cop-out to do, you know, well, let's just show this but in a flashback. It's like, I really think a lot of times it's just more time management and resources. It's like, yeah, we need to do this, but it's like we want to show you this, we do, but we just have to do it in this way because we only have so much time we can do.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm personally all fine for that kind of thing. So we could get a ton more of Sienna. We really could.
No, so good to see some more Sienna. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's why they did this short too, because they probably weren't going to be able to squeeze it in the. And see,
that's an example of they've come out and mentioned like, oh, you guys actually like Sienna? Oh, okay, well that was our fault then. Like they've mentioned that.
Yeah.
That, you know, they probably regret killing Sienna as early as they did. I for one again.
Then again, it sort of makes sense for the storyline and things.
No,
it's just
I mean.
It would have been good if we got
I liked the fact, yes, Sienna was awesome, but at the same time, it's like, but it made sense. Like, again, if we hadn't have built her up, then this would have meant nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's one of those things where, yeah, you could have built her up and had her be a really cool character, or you could have built her up, killed her, and make it more impactful, or could have done nothing and had her death mean nothing. So it was one of the three. I think they chose one of two of the better options. So, you know. But again, and I always knew that. I always knew that this wouldn't be the last we saw of Sienna. I always felt that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if anyone else did, but I was like, oh, I doubt this is the last we'll actually see of her. And there's always the idea, you know, she might not be dead. I have no idea. I assume she is, but
yeah, she himself.
You never know.
Yeah.
But you never know. But I really am curious though with that final scene, obviously too. You know, like where's Adam going to go here? Because he wasn't with the others. He wasn't with Hazel.
Well, it looked like he was going to join them, but maybe he didn't, or I'm not sure.
Well, that's the thing. I assumed that for the longest time when I watched it first. Oh, he saw them, he's going to run off with them.
Yeah.
But a lot of reactors I've seen interpreted that of him running away from them.
Possibly.
And that's the thing where, again, I think that's a lot of things where a lot of Volume 5 finale just wasn't as straightforward obvious, which I think was a negative in actually Volume 5's thing, like what are some other examples? Like, RWBY lifting up Jean's hands was to see if the wound was healed, not, like, you know, but everyone was like, oh no, what the fuck are you doing? You're an idiot. Let him keep healing. Like, she was checking the wound. But that wasn't obvious.
And she was more like holding his hands, you know, you keep doing what you're doing. Like, I think it it wasn't, it could have been maybe done.
But that's what I mean, it wasn't an obvious thing, so I can understand why a lot of people misinterpreted that. It's like, okay, I see where that misinterpretation comes from. Some of the dialogue again was a bit like corny or stuff like that. So again, but yeah, that wasn't super obvious. But I'm curious to see where Adam is going. My point is, I'm curious to see with that and now this scene what that means for Adam going forward, because I would have assumed to keep him super relevant was to have him go and go up with Salem and be at Salem's, like, you know, 5th member or whatever of a little 6-person ensemble.
I wonder what he's going to do now. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I'm really curious if he's just going to go on a one-man mission, you know, to get Blake, much like Sun thought Blake was going to do. One woman, great Fang, but now Adam's going to do a similar thing just towards. Now Adam's going to do that, but towards the new White Fang. You know, I'm not saying Adam is a woman, but you know, but that's fine. A one-man rampage, and I will say, I don't know if you saw this, but I thought you might get a kick out of it if you hadn't seen it.
What's that?
And so in the background, of Blake's scene when she's talking to Adam.
Yes.
The color palette in her back scene. If I get this wrong, I apologize. I'm not too familiar with the flag, so I apologize. But I think it was the bi-lesbian colors. It was like,
really?
It was like purple, pink, red.
Wait, which scene was that? I want to
get it. So in the background of Blake, from looking at Blake from Adam's perspective, the railing, the top of the railing, and the forest looks like I believe it's the bisexual flag. Again, I apologize if that's incorrect.
Oh, I want to see this. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, and I was like, and again, I follow a lot of people who are strong, you know, LGBTQ. Again, I apologize if I got that wrong, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
That amongst the community. So I see a lot of these kind of like jokes, and it is a bit mind-numbing, to be honest. It is a bit like, okay, guys, get a different agenda. But
Yeah.
I'm not against it. It's just like one of those things. Which is like, geez, you talk about something else. But I did get a kick out of this one. I was like, okay, that's actually pretty funny. But once the Bumblebee is actually funny. Yeah, sorry, LGBTQ. Or if I said that wrong, I apologize. Again, lesbian, gay, bi, trans,
Queer.
yeah.
And I forgot what I is. It's
Anyway, you guys know what I mean, so I apologize if I'm being
I
insensitive.
just want to see it. Hang on, let's go back to the start.
If I had the thing popped up, which I guess I do.
Yeah, it's sort of dark purple. Oh yeah, it's like you got the red of the trees, sort of like the band of pink, and then the purple.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Yeah, I got it here. It's like purple, pink, red, almost.
Yeah,
And I saw someone say, I'm like, of course, someone would make that out. But again, I did think it was like, oh, that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, and even like background behind Adam, you got like the pink of the sky, the purple of the mountains, and then the red of the trees. Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if that was deliberate, but if it was, that's pretty good. If it was.
Let me just say, Blake's hair's amazing in this scene.
Oh, it was amazing. Again,
so
like
good.
there's something about Blake in Maya in her old outfit that just looks so good because I never just liked her outfit, but I never got what it was.
Yeah.
It's like a white undershirt with a black button-up singlet that like undercrops her top. Like I don't know what her outfit. I never knew what her outfit was meant to be.
Yeah.
But it just looks so good. And
it'd be not meant to try
Blake...
and make that. It would be annoying to try and find a pattern to just put that.
Oh
outfit.
yeah. You know when he cosplays like that character from Blake? Like good on ya.
Well, they sort of refer to it now as LGBT plus or LGBT.
Yeah, because there are a lot of letters.
There are a lot
which
now.
is good. Which is like that's good, awesome. Like pride and positivity for everyone. That is good.
There are a lot of people who are thinking that Blake's bisexual, and I could see that. But
yeah, which again, whether, regardless of Bumblebee or not, I always feel so bad because I always feel like I'm saying something wrong. I apologize. But it's one of those things where, given her past show, which is past relationship with Adam, I can understand why she'd not be interested in being straight anymore, just because of just like a bad past. Sorry if that's profiling, or sorry if that's assuming. Apologize.
There's just so much going on with in Blake's life at the moment that I don't think she's really had any time. Like back then, she looked up to Adam, and it makes sense for her to have an attraction to Adam. And now with everything else going on,
but again, even Aaron mentioned it before. Like she is the character that everyone loves, and and that is funny that she is the character that essentially, when we first met her, loves no one and has no emotion at all, but is the one everyone loves.
Yeah.
There's something interesting about the kind of character that everyone loves, even though there's almost no reason. Like, no offense to Blake, but like it's almost like, why does everyone have a crush on her exactly? Like, she's awesome. And I understand. I know why.
Yeah.
But it's just from like especially from like her Volume 1 stuff. I was like, why? No, Blake is awesome. And I'm glad that everyone loves her. And I'm glad because she needs that. Like, she needs to be that. I think that's what's so good about it, is that for someone who again has such a dark past and is like so emo and kind of so like hates everything, it's good that everyone does love and care for her. That's such a good thing from everyone else.
What's the ship name for Blake and Crescent Rose? No idea. There probably is one though.
Oh god, we're back to the
looking back at the short. Yeah, back to shipping.
back to the weapon sexuals again.
Yeah. So we had the first scene. I've got it open, so I'm just looking through. We had the first scene with Blake there with the standard white fang mask, and the other faunas. Then I think I saw one of the faunas had the white fang symbol on the back of her
Yeah, they
jacket.
have the old. So they just had like kind of like spray painted or something on their clothes or something.
Yeah. So
which again, I love the emblem. I love the kind of insignia of this world. So I love that for those details. And I love that Adam's suit is just black. He doesn't have his own insignia on it yet.
No, he doesn't.
Which I think is a coming of age thing. So I think a lot of characters do that, where like the older they get is when they start actually putting their emblems on stuff.
Yeah. And I can see that.
It's not a young person thing. It's like kind of like a, like your coming of age is when you get your own identity kind of thing. Yeah. And you get your emblems and stuff. Well, or could it be a rank system? I don't know.
With the roadblock, we see more with Adam has more of his outfit there. He's got his custom mask and his emblem.
Yeah, and he has his actual rose, but he doesn't have the white detailing yet, or at least all of the white detailing yet.
No.
He just has this rose.
Yeah. And he's
and
finding
Yeah. And I forgot too till I went back and looked at the scene that Sienna's outfit is actually different. It's not just the lack of robes. Her pants are different. Like in a throne outfit, she has like I don't know what to call them, but like the pants are basically different, more or less.
Yeah. And
she has the robes as well. And I love Gira's simple
very
younger
simple
readers.
Outfit. Still showing off his stomach.
But he's still got the armor, he's still got the shoulder blades, he's got some armor.
It's still very much like, what he was wearing. And I think he looks a little bit younger in the face too.
Well, yeah, his beard is significantly smaller as well.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign. His hair is a bit more like detailed and stuff, a bit more. Cool. And I love Sienna's weapon too. I don't know if we mentioned it yet.
The chain, it's so cool.
I think people call it a rope dart, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Or chain dart. It's really cool, and I love that a lot of the White Fang members' weapons all seem to, although in the show it's reverse, but in storytelling are all kind of mimics of Blake's.
Yeah.
Like I do think that a lot of their weapons, were designed after Blake's, but story-wise, Blake's taken inspiration from all these people.
Yeah.
Ilya's whip, Sienna's chain dart, Adam's sword, and it all kind of combines to what would be Gamble's shroud.
Yeah, I can see that.
I really like those detailing. Even if in behind the scenes it's in reverse, but still storytelling-wise it's really cool. No, I love Blake during the scene, and also something too. I keep trying to get a sort of it. The buttons on her outfit are really detailed. I'm trying to see what they actually are though.
On which one? On Sienna's?
No, on Blake's outfit when she's talking to Adam.
Oh, okay. I'll go back to this, and that's the next scene anyway.
Her top has like really cool detailing to it, but I can't make out what it is. It's sort of like a yin yang almost, but it looks like just like a decorative button. But I don't know if that was in her Volume 5 trailer flashback.
Probably not, because they only just started using the older outfits then. Yeah, you don't really get a very good shot at it.
But it's a really nice little detail though. When you look at Adam's, it's just one colour. It's like not that detailed.
It almost looks like a rose or something.
It does. It might be. Yeah, it might be off Adam's rose, and that's why.
That's
she
it.
has it.
Yeah, especially with her inspiration being
It looks like a half and half. Like half it's black, and then the rose is white, then the other half is white, the rose is black.
It's interesting.
I don't know what that particularly, but it looks really cool though.
Try and get a closer look at that later.
I wonder if that maybe I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get concept art of it, but it'd be cool if that little detail came out at some point.
Yeah,
and I love that in that. Sorry, I love that you can actually see like her magnetic plate on the back too when she's like got her hand on Adam. You can see like her back plate.
Yeah.
Rather than the strap that she has now in Volume 5.
Yeah. And I liked how with this scene with Blake and Adam on the rooftop, it's very much the rooftop looks very similar to the with where she had the chat with with Ilya and the Volume 5 character short too. So I think they were around the same time period before the Black trailer.
Yeah, I never actually considered when exactly the Blake and Ilya thing took place, like how long it would have been before the train. It all comes back to the train. It always does.
Yeah.
That's always like the thing, and I'm curious if. Again, this is another thing I think we said before the stream. How Forever Fall is such a unique location and significant location in the story. Other than that one time they just casually went to it in Volume 1.
Yeah.
But apart from that, it's such a significant thing. So I'm curious again if we're gonna see more of it if we're gonna go back there at some point. If we're ever going to go back to Vale or not. Which I assume at some point towards the end we will. Sienna's might not be a gun, but it's still a long-range weapon.
Yeah, still got some range ability.
Sienna's wasn't a gun, but it was still a long-range weapon. Everything has a melee and a long-range form.
Most, not all.
Most, apart from like Jean, I think.
Yeah.
Might be the one exception. I'm sure there are a few others, to be fair.
So, I'm just looking at and then we had the next scene. Which
I love the androids. I love the androids back. It's such a subtle but awesome touch of the androids back.
Yes, because it gave me a lot of feels from the Black trailer. Even some of Adam's moves and that were very much.
Yeah, especially the sheathing of the thing there. One thing I don't think I saw in this whole show is that he didn't use his shotgun.
No, I don't think
he only used it to shoot his sword. He didn't actually use it as a gun though.
No, probably didn't need to.
I guess not.
Yeah, and the interesting thing with this too, like we were talking before the stream about this as well, that when this was set. So this was definitely after the Black trailer, I believe.
Yeah, we're thinking this is during Volume 1.
We're thinking it's during Volume 1, so after Blake left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get the next scene after this where Sienna's saying that he's going to be assigned to Vale. So I think that's then when he met Cinder and the gang.
Yeah,
but... the second time. The first time was when Blake was still there.
Well, the second time he already was in Vale before. He was already in Vale before that. Maybe he wasn't leading it at that point, but... Well, no, because the flashback we saw in Volume 3 acted like he was already the leader at that point.
Yeah.
And that was before Volume 1.
Yeah.
I like to think this is during Volume 1, but I do think it probably is more than likely still before Blake left.
Yeah.
She just wasn't here.
Maybe.
Which, again, is an interesting thing that, it seems like in a lot of cases, Blake was more just the, I don't think Blake actually did a lot of actual missions for the White Fang. She was probably just more. And again, she was young at this point, so was Ilya. But I think Ilya just reasons or whatever.
Blake may not have wanted to fight too much.
Yeah, Blake, because she still held the ideals of her parents. She just didn't want to leave. She just didn't want to give up.
Exactly.
But it's interesting to see, like, yeah, she's not actually doing too much fighting, and if I'm going to be cynical, it could be like, well, Blake's really hard to animate in terms of fighting, so let's just not put her in there, but
I think it's probably more the fact with, like, she didn't want to fight. I definitely didn't want to fight the humans either. So. And
also, this wasn't also a common thing for Blake in character shorts. This isn't her short.
Yeah.
Although Adam's character is very much on Blake, I think they wanted to prove a point that Adam is his own character without Blake.
Yeah.
Which is something we hadn't really seen yet at all.
Yeah.
I think the only exception to that would have been, I guess, maybe the Volume 5, Episode 2 scene. Maybe the Cinder scene in Volume 3, but it was more or less every time it was Adam, it had something to do with Blake.
Yeah.
Whereas the scene where he killed Sienna was probably the only exception to that until now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love Ilya fighting here as well. It was just really, really cool.
It was really cool.
A really cool, like, tech demo of things to come, I think. And that's what these shorts really are a lot of the times. They're just kind of like, hey, let's just show off what we've got going forward.
Yeah.
Visually speaking, I don't think it looks much of an improvement on Volume 5, I don't think.
No.
But again, it's a character short. It's not meant to. It's meant to be
the fight scenes definitely flowed really well, but...
Sure, I just mean in terms of, like, just character designs and, like, textures and stuff. Like, Volume 3 added, obviously, Volume 4 added Maya engine and the cell shading.
Yeah.
Volume 5 then added highlights, like lights and stuff, so they had, like, the normal color shading and then highlights.
Yeah.
So I'm curious what this volume is going to add, and so far it doesn't look like anything in particular. But again, it's a character short. It's not. I don't want them to waste time on doing trivial stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
and also, I like the scene with Adam and Sienna near the end there, where Sienna was saying, like, one day you'll be by my side, and then it cuts to the scene after Adam had killed Sienna, and he's already on the throne. I thought that was very good.
Again, the transitions here were fantastic. I just saw a scene here for a second. It was during the Dust Company segment, where Sienna was using her weapon as, like, a bucket shield. She's actually using it to block stuff.
Yeah.
Which is actually, you mentioned too, that I think one of your OCs is similar to Sienna. You said
that
the
similar with a weapon with the chain.
Which is actually funny. I have a character that has a dust bandana around her wrist and uses it very similar to how Sienna would actually. So that's actually, and she uses it as a shield as well. So just an interesting little thing I saw here. Yeah.
And then we had the final scene where Adam, after he ran away from Blake and he chucked his mask on the ground and sort of stumbled away. I think that's more the emotional shock of what had happened. He just lost everything he gained.
Yeah, it was more of like a mental thing than necessarily a physical one.
Yeah. He finally got what he wanted to be the leader of the White Fang.
And then it's all taken away because again, it all went to his head. And that's why he did it. And that's why he did it in the first place. That's why he after conquering Blake in Volume 3, in at least in his mind, getting a good deal of revenge on her, obviously not to complete. He still wanted her in Volume 5, but after that, he was slowly starting to decline mentally. He took the chance to take the White Fang for himself. He was desperate to find Blake and kill his family. He was starting to lose it.
Yeah,
100%. And then, and again, he comes into this Volume 5 scene is like, we don't need an army. Willis is going for a small team, blow it up and be done with.
Yeah.
Hazel says it's going to be more complicated, but nah, it's fine. We'll still do it my way. This is going to be fine.
Yeah.
And Cinder fucks it up and makes a big deal out of a fight, etc. And then...
still at the end of the day, Blake marked it up too with all the menagerie folk as well as the police and everything too.
Yeah, of course. Again, it was all just a mix of Adam's overconfidence and then Cinder fucking up as Cinder always does.
Yes.
It is one of those things how Cinder is one of the most powerful and scariest characters in the show, and she fails so often.
Yep.
It's funny just how often she's just been, like, duped.
Yes.
But she still feels, like, so cool. And another thing, too, I like how Adam was, like, full willing to kill people, and I don't think he had killed anyone yet, apart from that last person he was going to stab in the Dust Company scene.
I think at the roadblock he did.
That
was during the fight.
I'm saying in this scene.
No, okay, yeah.
In the scene, at the Dust Company location, he was going to kill that last person, but simply because Sienna's like, okay, come on, let's go, and he did.
Yeah.
Like, he's not bloodthirsty in the sense that he has to kill. He's not, which actually would be kind of funny if he did, because then he'd be really grim-like, which is almost like Grimm don't need to kill, they choose to. Adam is almost becoming that way, though. He's almost like mimicking now his mask rather than the mask being him.
Yeah.
So that's maybe a little looking a bit too much into it, but I think that's a nice little touch. There. And again, things I think we were saying before the stream, I like how Adam's character, dialogue-wise, is so manipulative, but sometimes sounds not dumb, but like sometimes, again, and it was a cool touch, I think, because his voice actor's gotten a lot of criticism before. So it's cool to kind of incorporate that into the show, where a lot of his dialogue seems corny or cringy or bad, but it works with his character a lot. Again, saying like, I will get what I deserve. That sounds like such a that's ironic. But for him, it actually works because he's that much of an egotist, and it's that much of a thing. Again, it's a cool like mix in to it, I think. And then like you said, last one, he's just stumbling off, lost everything, and he's lost his mask, lost his identity.
Yep.
In a sense, he's lost everything now, and I'm not 100% sure if, like, Ilias is like, he won't have the help anymore, he won't have the White Fang anymore. I don't know if that will be entirely true. I feel like it probably would have been said if it wasn't the case, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know if he's going to be by himself now. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. I mean, if the White Fang is really divided, like Ilias says, then maybe there would still be some. I guess she means with Gira, not with Gira, not necessarily with Gira with Adam. So.
Yeah, well, they just lost their high leader now, so.
Yeah, interesting. Again, I'm still super curious what they're going to do with the White Fang, with Salem now being at the forefront, what they're going to do with White Fang, or moving the relic, or whatever. Again, it's all really good. And one thing I think this does do, it doesn't tell us much about Volume 6 at all, but it does tell us enough that Adam is still going to be super relevant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Which I think is cool, because I think that's something that we probably weren't sure of.
Yeah.
Necessarily. And that the White Fang will still be a relevant thing, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I thought this was a great example of things going forward, and a good sign of all the corrections that they've made, showing aura, show don't tell, all that kind of stuff. I think it's a really good sign of things to come. I really do. With a lot of subtle exposition too in character words and dialogue and stuff. Really good.
Well, I think that's probably about right to wrap it up.
I've lost my voice.
Anyway, we have seen the RWBY 3.0 penny.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. The wings are cool. It's cool, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know about her long hair.
It wasn't my biggest.
But I like the outfit.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite of the 3.0s. I did love the group cosplayed it at RTX though.
Oh yeah, that was so cool. Yeah,
that's also yeah. If you guys haven't seen that, I don't know, it's accent kisses and
it was definitely accent kisses. She was the Yang.
It was L&M cosplay. I forgot what the what the names are. I know it's L&M cosplay. Who's, if you don't know who that is, she's probably one of the best RWBY cosplayers. Period.
Yeah.
She does like every form of RWBY ever. She's a great RWBY cosplayer.
Yes.
I don't know what the full thing is, but I think L&M cosplay should be.
Otherwise, just look at Dishwasher. He retweeted.
Yeah, because they did their designs.
Yes,
It was, awesome. But
and he also did artwork of them as well, which was really cool.
Yeah, he actually did artwork of them, the poses they took.
Yeah, because they did some specific poses, and he did art of that. It was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think that might be. I didn't think I would bet just over an hour. I didn't think we would actually be too long, because again, the short was very self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know Larissa has a lot of things to go and record and still
Gotta do stuff. Yes, busy day today.
And now I have a character short coming out with a good number of potential things to draw. I have quite a few things.
Yes.
I'd like to get on drawing. Plus, I got work tomorrow, and I got a lot of wrestling to watch over the weekend. So that's gonna take us so much time. I mean, such a busy weekend. I got such a busy weekend. Yeah.
What else gonna do?
But seriously, though, big thanks to anyone who came out here and listened to us, or in this case more me, ramble. I apologise.
Oh, that's alright, it's so good.
But in any case, I have lost my voice in doing so, and I'm very tired and exhausted now, because I woke up at 7:30 to watch the damn short. But hopefully a few more reactions have now been uploaded. So don't forget to go check out Larissa's one that came up just before the live stream. If you hadn't seen that yet, make sure to definitely go and watch that. I highly would recommend. It was a very good reaction, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you. I was trying to do your I don't have it set up, your DeviantArt Then you're fine. I'll just copy this then.
Yeah. I got a new upload coming Monday, as always. That will be based on RWBY Chibi. That comes out tomorrow, which I've already done. Wink, wink, sneak, sneak. I'm very smart. Might have cheated the system here, but yeah. Plus, then I think I will have probably Adam character short uploads relevant for Thursday and Saturday. I think maybe one, maybe not both days, but one of the days for sure. And then I also have uploading. I'm actually gonna do this now. Uploading another one of my OCs. I'm basically re-uploading what was on RWBY Minute onto DeviantArt because I finally realized how to do that. Awesome. So just OC stuff and a collection of artworks for said OC. So that's fine if you're interested. But go check out Larissa's reaction. That's the most important one. Well, because that's up now. That's why.
That's true. It is up now. And for those watching on YouTube, I'll pop a link in the description if I remember. Yes. And of course, thank you for everyone who is watching on YouTube who's watched this far along.
Yeah, Woo. You guys are, I don't know why you do, but it's still appreciated that you do.
Yes.
I don't know why you would, but spend your time how you wish.
Because they want to watch us and listen to us ramble on about RWBY.
If they say so.
And of course, we want to all hail the Great One.
Yeah.
Where's Maxwell?
She fell over just before the stream.
Oh, did she?
But I still got must protect Pocket Neo.
They got Pocket Neo.
A part of me really wants to get the Penny one.
Yeah.
Because Pocket Penny and Penny's my favourite character. Although Neo is my third favourite character, to be fair.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, this whole stream, I've not been able to see your face cam because there's something in front of the face cam on the screen share you've sent me. So I haven't actually been able to see your face cam the entire stream.
Why not?
Because there's something blocking your face cam on the screen share.
No, it's not.
Well, it is on my end.
I can see it on the screen share.
Well, no, okay, because there's for some reason I've got two screen shares. I've got the background and I've got something in front of it as well.
Ah, because it's not showing that. That must be Skype doing that.
Oh damn, Skype!
You should have told me.
Now to see my face cam. Why am I just seeing me now?
Because I'm fixing it. Okay, does that work? Now can you see me?
Oh, never mind. It was my little Skype window that was over it the whole time.
Oh
never
my
mind.
god!
It wasn't clicking. It wouldn't let me click on it. I probably want to get Pocket Penny because then it'd be Pocket Penny and that's cuter. But at this point, I don't want to fucking waste the money to buy the blind boxes. No offense.
I've got Penny, but I only got one. Otherwise, I would send one to you.
But also at this point, it's Neo. At this point, I love Neo.
Yeah.
So.
Now Pocket Neo still works.
Yeah. I think I wanted to. I posted it somewhere and someone said, "Ooh, it's Chibi Neo." I'm like, "Oh, that's not the joke." But sure, yes, it's Chibi Neo. Sure, fine.
She looks so funny in Wise's arms.
Literally, she's like deaf staring. It's like
she's like she's dead staring.
Weiss is like, "I will protect this wee child," and Neo's like, "I will kill everyone who looks at me.
I'm gonna murder you."
To be fair, is honestly the real Neo. Oh, speaking of Neo, there was actually a nice little in the Adam short. There was a nice little ode to Neo in this character short. Actually,
there was.
Right before when Adam goes to stab the Atlas guy on the ground, it's the exact same pose that Neo.
Oh, pose and expression. Yes.
Gang.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have no idea if that's anything, but it's just like
I never thought of that.
I like that little touch. That's what I mean. There's a lot of really nice little sub notes and subtexts in this.
Yeah,
it was really good, and it's just one of those things. It's like, still have to wait now 3 more months before we get anything else.
Unfortunately, yes.
Oh, we didn't even mention the new music as well.
Oh yeah, the new music. We had it during the Roblox fight.
It was one song. I think it was just one song. It was one song, then it cut off, then it stopped playing again.
Yeah, I had to rewatch and listen to music.
Flint of RWBY already has the lyrics for. He posted those earlier.
Oh, okay.
So the lyrics for them are already a thing.
So it was that Flint, was it?
Yeah, Flint of RWBY.
Flint of RWBY. Yeah, I had to go check it out later because I couldn't quite hear them. But then again, I was focused on what was going on.
But basically, it's an Adam song.
Yeah,
which is something I've been really wanting for a long time.
It sounded a little like From Shadows, but different. Yeah. Like my mix of From Shadows and Lucius Notori.
It's really cool because it's like From Shadows, and then it splits off into 2 separate songs this time, and then whatever the song is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like rather than because I don't know if this time is still considered From Shadows Point 2. I think that's since been not the case anymore.
It kind of is, but isn't. Yeah.
It kind of is. I think it was initially. And then I'm trying to remember. It was mentioned somewhere that it was, and then in the more updated version, it wasn't called From Shadows 2.0. Oh no, that's what it was. In the credits, it's Shadows 2.0, but then on the iTunes soundtrack, it's only this time. It's not From Shadows Part 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's curious how it gets splits into an Adam song and then a Gira and Blake song.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, enough rambling. Thank you all for coming. It is really, really, really appreciated. And there we go.
It's a bit hard to do that with yours.
Yeah, it's a bit much. Yeah.
Wasteful.
Wasteful.
Yeah.
Now this looks creepy.
Anywho, thank you everyone for watching, and for all those watching on YouTube as well.
What?
You look so creepy now.
No.
I tried to put my hood on with these headphones, but it wasn't quite working out. Yeah.
I just hate that it gives me a beak. It's not meant to give me a beak.
There you go.
Hey, look. Hey, guys. It's the 2 silver-eyed warriors. No, it's not. It's just scarring. I still think it's just like... At this point, as much as I love Adam, he has to have an actual... He has to give the reason why.
Well.
I feel like he still needs this one kind of reason why he hates humanity.
Yes.
And I think some sort of like damage, some damaged facial injury, I think would be a good reason. But at the same time, I keep thinking of new things to say. This is also another good showing of fairness being discriminated towards, because that's always been a big thing. Like we haven't seen enough fairness hatred in the show actually. For it
it's
to be like,
there.
Yeah, and I think this was another good showing again. That this is like Euphornus came into the wrong town, so it got attacked. Which again, like a part of me is like, as much as I'm always of mind of like, oh, look at things the right way. I actually like the fact that that's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh, those damn rotten humans. Like, no, good. Be like that. Good. You should be.
Yeah.
Hate the fairness. That's good for the show. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sure everyone's just. It's like, man, these guys are still here. Okay, guys.
All right, we should wrap up now. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you all in the next corner of Remnant, which may be a little while. Well, in 2 weeks, I might actually be doing my special Twitch affiliate stream, so it might be the week after that.
Yeah. You should follow our Twitters to keep updated.
Yes, absolutely. We have that.
That's absolutely not a plug at all. It's just something you should do to keep updated.
I do also have a thingy for that, but I don't know if I've got... There we go. Magic's probably already looking for the command, as we say. I don't know if I actually got that as a command, but there you go. Follow us on Twitter. There we go.
Yeah, it's not a shameless plug or anything.
Yeah,
not at all.
Not at all. But yeah, we'll let you guys know when the next corner Remnant is. It may not be until we had something to talk about, some more news. So
we should just trying to think if there will. Might not get anything to a trailer, and even then we might not even get a trailer.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll probably get a trailer. I think we'll get
we might find something else to just talk about.
First 2-3 episode trailer like we got for Volume 5. Because I still can't believe that trailer was just the first 2 episodes. That's still insane to me to think. Go back and watch that. All of that was in the first 2 episodes, which is why I love like the first half of Volume 5. It was so good. It's just unfortunate. It did. I still love Volume 5, but it did go down a bit towards the end.
It did, yeah.
But up to at least episode 5, maybe if not 6, 8, and 10 were all amazing.
Yeah.
And 7. But 7's a bit of an oddball because it's pretty short. But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next corner of Remnant. Okay. Bye, peoples. Bye.